Hello, 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 all my machine heads, and welcome back to another episode of the Cow Empire here on the Riverview Valley Farms by Cavalier Roy. Dun dun dun. So, how's everybody doing today? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing fantastic as usual. So, you can see we are into the next month. So now we only have 9 years and 11 months to go before we have to move on to another map, or if the loan gets paid off quicker. I made a few changes. As you can see, I finished harvesting over there, that canola field. I finished mowing this. I baled up all the bales into silage bales. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 silage bales. We got 77,000 liters of silage off this. And what we're going to do now, I also made one more change. You know how last month we had 250 cows? Well, I figured since I had the $10 million loan, I went ahead and I upgraded to 500 cows. And what they did is they produced a lot. As you can see, 11,428 slurry. And I didn't even buy those 500 cows till this morning. And we have 9,000 liters of manure. But right now, I've got to head down. I turned rolling off because growing up, we did not roll fields very often. That's something it's big in Europe. A lot of places around here do it, but we never did. So I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna spread some liquid fertilizer, which is something that we also did not do. We used slurry and manure for the most part, but we don't have enough of that yet, so we have to compensate for it by using some liquid fertilizer for now. It's not very organic, but it's grass field, so normally you would just spread slurry or manure on a grass field and be done with it, but we're going to do it. So let me double check here real quick. You guys know how this works. You're going to lose the game sound, but you're not going to lose me. And yes, we are recording. And away we go. So I hope you guys are doing well. How's you guys' farms doing? Everybody's doing awesome. This is going to be a fantastic series because we have a goal. There's no just let's play willy-nilly until we decide we get bored. Now there's a goal. We have to get this $10 million loan paid off. The quicker we get it paid off, the quicker we can get onto a new map. So we can only make money from selling milk or selling crops, one of the two. All slurry and manure must be used on the fields. And there we go. I bought pallet forks for the Merlot so that we can head down and grab, and plus it works a little bit better to grab bales too. The bale spikes in this game they're wonky. It's weird. The pallet forks seem to work the best. But so anyways, this sprayer is a John Deere. It is 9 meters wide. It holds 1,000 liters. And I've got it set up to go about 9.3 miles an hour, which is pretty good. I mean, that's pretty clipping right along, actually. I've never actually used a sprayer in real life. I've seen them used. We used to use what was called a co-op. Up here in upstate New York, we had what's called a co-op. And they would take care of all of your fertilizer needs and things like that for your field. But you had to pay them, obviously. But you had to call them and say, okay, we've got slurry and manure to spread. If we didn't even have a slurry or manure situation, like a tank or a spreader, which we did. But if we didn't, we would call them and they would come and pump out our slurry tank and everything else. So if you guys want to see how it really works in real life, go on YouTube and look up 10th Generation Dairy Farmer. And he explains how the co-op works. He explains how they come and they pump out his slurry tank and things like that. So let's get this going here and get fertilizing. Oh, I got to set up for 10 miles an hour. Sorry. So, yep, we got 9 years and 11 months left. which is basically what I mean by saying that is regardless of whether we have the loan paid off or not, that's the max we're going to be on this map. So that will be a total of, let's see, 10 times 12. The worst case scenario will be on this 120 episodes, because you guys know that I'm only going one episode per game month, and that's it. So that's the worst case scenario, but I'm hoping if we get it paid off in 5 or less, then we will get off this map and get on to, we're going to go to, I think we're going to go to Calmsden next. Calmsden Farms, and whatever we owe, if we don't owe any money, then we are going to sell everything off, and we are going to take that money with us, whatever money we have, and work our way to Calmsden Farms. It'll be great. Then whenever we get done with that, now the key is like I told the guys on Multiplayer Friday, that the key to that is I have to have a lot saved up, lot, because the fields on Hastings, North Dakota are very, very expensive. Like, I mean, like, very. Like, the smallest field is like $4 million, but then again, it's 234 acres. So we have to have lots of money saved up for that. We're also going to be probably changing maps soon on multiplayer. We may be getting rid of the dedicated server and going back to just my server for now. A couple of the guys have just been real busy with life. Like, for example, Wisconsin's got he's in a wheat harvest right now, so he's not able to play as much, but you have to understand that. I mean, he's a real farmer, so he is busting his buns. And CC's just, he works for an electric company, and he has been absolutely crazy. He said it was like an entire week before he was on the server. So, trust me, you know, not everybody's retired like me, so you have to understand that. I still have Gutter Balls and I series that's going on Wilhelmina Forest, which I just got done recording last night. We're having a blast. We're getting better. You know, like I said, the first episode was a little crazy. Like, I think we overshot a little bit. Sometimes we mentioned things too many times. Sometimes we just we are too specific about stuff, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Trust me. I don't like how that cut that. So shut that down and move over a little bit. But we're going to still have it. We're still going to have it. And those guys are absolutely, as soon as they get done being busy, they'll be back. They'll be back. They're not going anywhere. But for a while, I think we're going to shut down the multiplayer server. We'll be bringing it back at some time. But for now, it will go back to just my saved game instead of a dedicated server. The other thing that we noticed is that with a dedicated server, and we can all go on whenever we want, we started getting a little bit more distant. Like, everybody was just kind of doing their own thing. And although it was great to just be able to go on and play whenever you wanted, there wasn't much interaction, which is the whole point of multiplayer. It got to the point where it would go, like, sometimes 2 weeks without me even seeing the guys, because I'd be on playing, then they'd be on playing, and then I'd be on playing. And then we would come to Friday, and everybody's busy. Everybody's doing their own thing. So I think as fun as the dedicated server is, and it was great, I think it just caused us to start getting a little more distant. We weren't doing it like when the guys only had to worry about coming and worry about one day a week where it was Friday night, they could come and do it. Now to try to make time to play, it's just like, it's like CC said. He messaged me. He's like, dude, I haven't even been on in like a week. It's like, but I get it. I get it. I mean, he works. He's young. He's got kids. That not everybody's, like I said, retired like me, so I get it. But and plus, I heard back from Ranger. He's getting his computer done. He should have it done any day now. Maybe a month. We'll give him a little bit more time because obviously he's getting a new computer. It's going to be exciting for him to not have the issues that he was having before. The poor guy, he worked through so much stuff. Like, between his mic not working and then his computer giving him hassle, then his internet went out. Poor guy just worked so hard. Farmer Z's been super busy. Like, it's summertime. That's when you do everything. Like, he has a real job too. He owns his own company. So he's going crazy too. And so it'll come back, guys. Don't fret. The multiplayer Fridays will be back. We're just going to take and get it set up on a save game. We're going to pick a new map. I think we're going to... What I'd like to do, if I could get one last Friday out of it, this Friday, and give you guys like a farm tour, like a farewell farm tour from those guys, because some of them have got the most amazing farms. CC's got production out the booty. He's got so much production that he doesn't even really have to play. All of his stuff just kind of makes money for him. He's just got to come on like once a week and add products that, if he needs wood chips or if he needs something to keep his factory running, grass, he's got to come on and mow some grass, get his BGA up and running. And once his BGA's up and running, he's making all kinds of product. And Gutterball and I have just kind of well, I've changed my farm like a gazillion times, but that was because I got bored. Gutterball's just expanded on his farm, and Wisconsin was telling me Friday that he wants to get his farm just a little bit more situated before I do a video on it, because he's got some things going on it. But so if we can get one more Friday, and then kind of let the dedicated server get a rest for a little bit, give those guys a chance to get their wheat harvest done and their work done at work, and then they'll be back. They're my true friends. They're not going anywhere. They just need a break because it's just too hard. Let's face it. Like I said, not everybody has the time to come on and play farm sim like I do every day. Even Gutterball, I mean, he drives truck for a living. So realistically, he can only play on Fridays or Saturdays. That's it, because Monday through Friday, he's running. He's ramming. So in defense of him, so it'll give everybody a chance to get a break. The only thing I did witness firsthand is when you have a dedicated server and people can come on whenever they want, you personally have to go on at least once a week or once a day. There's Farmers Eve messaging me. I'll read his message in a little bit. I was going to say, you have to go on at least once a day if you have animals, because with a running clock, which you guys all know Fury loves the running clock. Like, I love it because I was just doing grass. Like, I had 15 grass fields, literally, where all I was doing was silage, and I was doing hay and silage for the cows, and that was it. Then I was storing it, and I would have it sell and make. There's all kinds of stuff I was doing with it. And all I had to do was do that. But I did witness it firsthand. Once you get animals with the running clock, if you don't go on once a day, the animals don't die, because they don't die in Farm Sim 22. But they will stop producing milk, so you don't have any money coming in from your milk, and they won't do slurry or whatever if they have no food. They just sit there. So they're like a waste. So that was it. That was the only issue that I had with it. Other than that, I had a blast. Laughed so hard on times. There was some Friday nights, like, still not as much as what we had on Hobo Hollow. Hobo Hollow was absolutely insane. The laughter. I would stop playing at like 4 a.m, and my stomach would hurt so bad from just laughing hysterically. These guys that I've gotten to know are absolutely hilarious. They keep me in check, and that'll never change. But sending my prayers out to Wisconsin that it doesn't rain until his wheat harvest is done. I want him to make sure he gets a good yield. He said he was getting a little bit above yield from what they expected, so that was good. And that's awesome. That's what everybody. That cow's just soaked in fertilizer now. And that's all what it's about. It really is. So now we're gonna head back down. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. But like I said, if I can get, like I said, one last time, and then I'll move on to a different subject. If we can get one more time where I can get a farm tour, we can vote on our map that we want to start, and then those guys can just join us when they're ready. I'll just put it back on my saved game, and they can just come and join me when we're ready, and that'll be it. So, and then that way I can get a video out to you guys and show you guys how much work those guys have done. All right, so enough of that. Let's get back to this. I'm going to go over now, and I've got to mow the other cow pen because we've got to make hay bales because these girls don't have a whole heck of a lot of food. I don't think that all they have is, we'll check here in a minute, as soon as Fury can't figure out how to back up. I was picking on Gutterball because I use a controller when I play for the most part, or my steering wheel. And so it's easy for me to back up, and he's using just a keyboard. So I was picking on him. I was like, you can't drive, you can't drive. Meanwhile, I can't drive either. So, Gutterball, we're even. But, okay, so let me point out. All right, I just bought the cows this morning, and there's 9,142 in here. I don't know if it's made any or not. I haven't paid attention. And slurry, they got 11,000. But let's get to their food here. So you guys can see, they're all in the red. They don't have any hay. They don't have any food right now. So I got to go make some hay bales real quick to at least give them something till the silage starts to come along. And we're going to it's going to be hard to feed them. In fact, what I may have to do, let's stop here. All right. And we're gonna, let's do this. I got an idea. We're gonna go down and we're gonna buy some hay bales, but we're gonna take our, you guys haven't seen this mod yet. This is pretty sick. We're gonna take our thing down here and see if we can grab. Now that, you just have to hit unfold, and then the mouse puts it down like that. I'm so used to just Western Wilds. We had the starter mod, which all you have to do is step in, hit the gas, and it starts your engine. So you guys will see that it's been a while. Now I should be able to get at least a row, at least like triple bales of hay. And I think you go like this, and it pulls. Whoa! Well, that didn't work out as well as I thought it would. Well, all right. Plan B. That you can't carry a telehandler on. We found that out the hard way, didn't we? Right on camera. Right on cue. But we will work it out. All right, so let's head down here and see if I can get a couple of hay bales for now. I'm also going to need a trailer, so that'll work out. We'll play till 6 o'clock. This series is going to go 6 to 6, and what it does is it gives me a chance to give you guys 1 hour videos like you guys like, and then I can play 1 hour off camera. It doesn't take me that long. It's literally an hour to get to the next day, and then the next episode I can fill you guys in, and girls. We gotta get it right, and that way the series keeps moving and we're not stalled. Now, when we get to Hastings, which will be the third map in the installment, that is going to be different. Way different. I can't run that series at 6x. Those fields are too big. I would never, ever get anything harvested. And to give you guys a little heads up, when I did that map before, I was doing it single player before, it took me, the first 100-acre field was, and it was a baby field. It was one of the smallest fields on the map. Still 100 acres. Took me, when I went realistic speeds, it took me 13 hours to harvest it by myself. So you can only imagine what a 200 or 300 field would be. So first we're going to go and we're going to move this liquid fertilizer out of the way. That first grass field in their pen is done. I don't have to do anything else with it. Move this right out of the way here for now. I don't want it there. There's a little dip there. A little dip. All right. So, first things first. Remember on Maple we had... Was it this one? I can't remember what trailer we had. We had one of them allowed me. It was the flat loader. Was it the trailer? Let's go all the way to the end here. Auto load. Nope. I don't want any of those. Where is... Oh, you know what it is? It's under low loaders. There it is. This one here. This $15,000 one allowed us to... This one's auto load. I don't like auto load, but I'm half tempted to use it on this series just so that we can keep going. And how many bales does it fit? Anybody know? Well, let's try it. Because we can always, what we can do is, all right, so let's do this. Now go bales. And we'll get some round hay bales. Let's try 3 at first and see how many we can get up there. Let's try 4. All right, let's see this. Tip side left. Oh, it can fit 6. Sweet. All right. R. Right? Get out here where we can see what's going on. Oh, there we go. Oh. Well, we don't want that. So how do you get this to work? Why does it say 3, 2? I don't know. I got stuff to do, so I can't play around with this too much on camera. But it should work. It might not be. These might not be 150 bales. These might be 125s. In fact, I think they are. Is that auto? All right, so let's do this. Unloading area. I don't understand how this works. Anyways, we're gonna go back. We got too much stuff to do to play around with it. Why is that marker coming up? Okay. There's that. Because it may... Wow. It may be a fact of I may just have to get rid of this and do it the old-fashioned way. That's why I got a pallet fork anyways. I thought it might be easier. These might not be 150 bales. These might be 125s. Not quite sure. We'll find out together. Yeah, it says 150 bales. 4 out of 6, but I only got... Oh, you know what? Did it work? Because it shows 4 out of 6. Whoa, 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 whoa. Huh. I can't figure this out. You want to talk about frustrating? It's supposed to just work. It's crazy to think that this isn't working like this. Like all my auto load trailers, like my wood trailer, it's not even hooked. I don't know. That's something I'm gonna have to mess around with because I can't afford to. I got other stuff to do. Can't afford to keep playing like that. It frustrates me to no end when something doesn't work the way that every other auto load works. Usually, like you'll pick the side and then you pick and you go. This one you have to enable auto load for the right size bale, and I don't even know if I picked it. It says 4 out of 650 liter bales, but they might be. It might only be 125. I don't know. And I'm wondering if I can just drive up with this trailer into the pen. Oh, of course. This is even getting better and better as this episode goes. It's crazy. Well, like I said, you guys get a chance to see my boo-boos right on camera, right on it, right on a mess. I'm sure that most of you guys are screaming at the screen saying, you got to do this, you got to do that. Well, here's the thing. Fury never uses auto-load bales. I use auto-load logs, yes, but I never use auto-load bales. So that's the very first time I've done that, and it's the auto-specialization thing, and it's a pain in the butt because I've never used it before. But I can promise you one thing. I will. That worked. So now they've got some food. There. Now I can play around with this off camera or when we get some bales made over there. Because it's supposed to hold 6. So we're going to leave that right there. Now we're going to go mow that other field. Well, that was fun. We did that. That was great. We got through it. Because now they've got at least 10,000 liters of hay because we're going to make some hay for him right here. I don't need that F1 on anymore. I got to put this on wide swathing, so I'm going to have to go down and buy a tedder. This is actually just a little bit too small of a tractor for a triple mower, but I also didn't want to be mowing for 20 years. I also like this tractor a lot. It's fast. It's fast. Because it's getting close to dark now. Now we got to switch this to widespread. Okay, so let's get this off here. Turn this on. This on. And let's do some mowing. There we go. Now we're cooking with grass. I'm going to try to stay outside till I get these trees deleted. I just wanted to at least get one field mowed. I'll monkey around off camera a little bit with that. And the nice thing about the additional game settings is it gives you a chance to hit stop time, and you can play with something for as long as you want. The time won't move. So it's kind of cool. So, I mean, even though I think for this little cow pasture, I think this is kind of overkill. But I would use a triple mower in here, to be honest with you, because I wouldn't want to be in here all day either. Someone's got to come out with a mod that allows the front mower, when it turns, it picks up the grass. This one is terrible. I also noticed that somebody dropped the Pottinger that is a triple mower, real triple mower, where it hooks together. But I noticed there was some errors in it when I was playing around with it, so I didn't want to put it in the game. There we go. Yeah, it only takes like one headland around, and then you can be able to whip right around. You won't get that weird grass miss. There. And then the next episode, I'll start at 8 o'clock. I'll start alternating or 6 o'clock. I'm sorry. I'll alternate so you guys can get a little bit of dark time videos as well. So we can use our headlights and you guys can actually get a little bit different kind of gameplay. Because I noticed there's not many people out there playing in the dark because the videos don't come out very good. See, and then once you get the second headland done, then you can actually just spin around. And then because if you notice, I started at noon today. We go noon to 6. And then tomorrow's video, I'll start right off at 8 o'clock. So it'll work out so you guys can get different times, all that stuff. So it'll be pretty cool. And like this, if I'm in the middle of a project and it's 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock at night, I'll just hit stop time and I'll finish the project. And then we'll continue on, and then I'll go to the next day. That way I'm not losing days because it's going to go fast. I'm telling you, remember last time we did a series on this, I went almost 3 full years, and it wasn't even like I was trying. And that was only at 3x speed, so we're doing triple the amount of speed. I do like these mowers, though. I wish they came in, like, different brands. Now we can go back the other way. Just for something different to do. Get this done. We'll head down. We'll get our tedder. See if we can get this tedded up. Because we have till 1800. Get this tedded up, and then maybe windrowed. See, once you get 2 headlands done, it's great. 3, then you're golden. Then you can just start whipping around like that. Oh, man, I mowed my lawn today, my riding lawnmower. And it was so dry that, and it had been 3 weeks. So it was like, do I do this? But the wife wanted it. You know how, like, when you get, the grass gets so dry that you can't even grow like dandelions in it anymore. It's just those little sticks of grass. I can't take that. It drives me nuts. So someone's got to make a mower that allows you to pick up going around a corner. Because I can tell you right now, my ride lawnmower and our triple mower like this in real life, when you go around a corner, it mows. There's no missing of grass. There's no nothing. But Farm Sim, as much as I'm absolutely addicted to the game and I play it pretty much 7 days a week, 365 days a year, there's some things that they got to fix. You can't be doing some of the things they're doing and have it realistic and call it a farming simulation game. It just doesn't work that way. But I also understand it's a video game. So that's why I giggle. Yeah, I was watching videos today on the Big Crone, Big M 500 mower. That thing can go up to like 18 or 20 miles an hour mowing with a 13.2 meter spread. That's a good spread. I mean, this mower right here is 10 meters, so about 1.5 meters bigger on either side. So you're talking like a 3 foot wide mower on either side, bigger. It's absolutely insane. And to go like 18, 20 miles an hour when it's mowing, it's a dream. But I'm sure it's got to be like $450,000, $500,000 in real life. No, I was watching the videos because there was a guy from Europe, in England, I think he was from, and he said, you know, when we first started out, we wouldn't use the Big M, the 450 or the 500. We wouldn't use it on like the fields over here because they're too small. And then he said, then we got in the field once and we tried it, and it actually turns so well that they're using it now. And they wouldn't use anything else now. They said it's just crazy. I'll post a link, I think, to one of the videos that I watch sometimes, and so you guys can see what Fury watches. Pretty much the same thing everyone else does. I watch new mod reviews when Farmer Klein drops them, so I can see how they're working. I'm interested in that leasing one. You can lease to own something, because that's kind of realistic too, because a lot of farmers can't afford to buy stuff outright, so we lease it, and then we buy it, just like buying a car when you lease it. Awesome. All right, so bing, ba-ding, and ba-ding, and ba-ding, ba-ding, and ba-ding. Now let's go put this away, run down, grab our tedder, come up and ted this thing. I'm going to buy a little bit bigger of a tedder so that we can make, sorry, it's my beard itches, a little bit shorter work. I'm really got to spend some time with that auto load. I really do. Let's move the mowers down to this other one. No, I'll keep my vehicles in this one. Because I want to leave that red one and the green one for my bales when I get them. Oops, as I crush it. I'm not a player, I just crush a lot. Biggie Smalls. All right. Head down, head down, head down. Eventually, I'm really hoping with 2,000 cows just on this main farm, and I do believe the other farms have 1,000 cow pens as well. With 4,000 cows on this map, I'm hoping I have enough slurry manure to actually do it. I also thought about it, and I'm going to keep the fields exactly the same size they are. And that's just in homage to Cavalier Roy. I may just get rid of the trees around it so I can see just a little bit better. But for the most part, I'm going to keep the fields the same. I think that a lot of people get caught up into let's add fields, let's make fields bigger, let's expand. But some of these like maps that are designed for the smaller fields, Greenlands I think is one of them, and this one, and like you look up and there's a gazillion fields, but I think that's what it's for, to use it the way it is. Where are we here? Oh yeah. I got to get us a tedder, and I'm gonna get a little bit bigger one. Oh, how much is this one? 7 meters. The Kubota stuff is nice. Yeah. Let's try this one. This is an older one, but it's still 7 meters wide. Yeah. Try this rake. Yeah. We haven't used this one yet. Matches the tractor as well. To me, this looks like a windrower, but it was under tedders. This is one of those that I originally downloaded for the old Iron series because there's nothing using it. There's no PTO. There's nothing. It's ground driven. Basically, you put them on the ground, and as you drive, it spins the. Ooh, I don't know what I hit there, but I kicked the end up. So I have to pick on Reefy again, because most of the time you guys nail me like when I'm not driving on the right side or the wrong side of the road. But I look at it this way. This is why I turn the traffic off, so I don't have to worry about it. I can just drive right down the middle of the road. And Reefy says, he messaged me, and he's like, oh, he lets you put it in a comment. And he's like, yeah, I forget too. He's driving into oncoming traffic as he's going the other way. All right, Fury, it's okay. You just turn where you want to go. My mind went autopilot there for a second. I have no idea even how this is going to unfold. This is a windrower, isn't it? Oh. It is a tedder. It's weird because it looks like a windrower. Wouldn't that have been cool if it was a tedder and windrower all at the same time? That'd have been sick. This'll work though. It's pretty much as wide as the tractor that I just mowed, which is good. Not really as wide. Gotta go way over. Wonder why they would make this technically windrower into a tedder. It's kind of... I don't know how long I'll keep this on here for, because this doesn't really work for me. I'm going to use it for this episode because I don't have time to go back down and buy another one this time. But I can almost guarantee you guys that this will be gone, because this is technically a windrower. This is a rake. And it is not made to TED like this. It's just not. This is made to put it in pile rows. I'll get the traditional tedder or a bigger one so that we can... Alright, I am going to finish this pass and I can't take it no more. Yep. Alright, bye-bye. I'm going to go down and buy the real one. This is what I was talking about, everyone. Like, you see how, like, I downloaded this because when I looked at the picture of it, I said, oh, it's a windrower. It's a rake. It windrows it. And I grabbed it for the old iron series, and it's not what it is. They made this into a tedder. And, oh, great, hey, it looks, you want to use this technically as old iron? They don't make tedders like this. I mean, that I've ever seen. They may make tedders like this, but I've never seen them like this. This is technically a windrower. It would make no sense to me why a tedder would all rake into one section like that. It's just weird. And it may very well be. Just because I've never seen it doesn't mean it's not real. But it doesn't feel right to me. I feel like I should be blowing the hay out the back. See, they got it under tedder. I think... Now that's a tedder, see? This is that's a tedder. To me, this is a windrower. The way it's designed. In fact, it's got windrowing rakes on the tines on it. See how they're designed to pull? Look at the difference in the rakes on these. They go straight down. See? That's what a tedder's supposed to do. It spins it and flips it up. Absolutely insane. That's a Pottinger 7 meter. What's the Kubota? 9 meters, 6.1. I don't want to get too wide. See? That's what I'm talking about. Look at see how the tines are down? That's right. So, okay. I was right. Screw it. Let's get the big one. This is why. This is why Fury always pulls his hair out, and I don't have any hair because I shave my head. So I pretty much stubble all the time. This is why Fury's, hair falls out. because that's like, you see the tines on these are straight down. Those are windrow tines on that. They made it so that instead of windrowing it tedded. And that's great. Hey, perfect. You made a old school mod work for what you needed to, but someone like me who's trying to come along and be realistic, I looked at that as a windrower, and I downloaded it as a windrower, and it was under the tedder. I was like, what? You guys heard me when I bought it. I was like, oh, look, let's get this. Well, we tried it, and it didn't work. I mean, it worked. It did exactly. That mod does exactly what it says it does. It teds, but it's got weird animation because it's trying to windrow it. And I have to, once I get this tedded and baled up here, then I got to try to get some crops in the ground before November. Because November is the last time I can do wheat. Now this should make it a little more short. I'm hoping by an hour in-game we can get this done with this big one. That's why I bought it. There we go. Now we have a tedder. And it's spraying out the back. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Perfect. Now Fury can stop his little rants. Because generally speaking, when you're tedding, you don't stop the tedder. You just keep spinning around like this. Just because the more you can flip the grass, the more it dries. Yeah, now we'll make short work of this. This thing has a really good turning radius on it, too. I don't think I'm going to use anything less than this size from now on. This thing works really well. But there's what a tedder's supposed to do. Spins it and throws it. Oops, get over a little bit more. There we go. It turns slow, but it's got a good turning radius on it. See, you can get a pretty crank turn in this. It's nice. Well, I think the humidity actually broke, too, around my house, which is nice. It was brutal. I spent a lot, and I mean a lot of time in the pool. To the point, like, you know, when you sit in the pool too long and you start turning in like you do a prune? And my wife, she came in 2 or 3 times, and she never swims. She wades. She doesn't swim. We got the pool mostly for the kids, but I swim. And my kids swim when they come over, and the grandkids swim when they come over. But my wife tends to wade, and even she was in it swimming. It was so hot. It was brutal. We hit... Spin this and get this little section up here. Get this section up here so I don't miss it. There was 2 days in a row that it hit 102 here. So I was like, holy crap. At that point in time, it's like my pool raised, no lie, because generally up here in New York, what happens is this. We don't get crazy humidity a lot of times. We'll get 90-degree heat. That's pretty common, but never the humidity like this. And it was so warm that my pool, because at night usually it gets chilly. No matter if it's summer or whatever, it usually, you know, chills off to at least like 65, 70 at night. And so my pool temperature will drop. And it was about 68 degrees 10 days ago. And when I got in it today, it was almost 78. So in 10 days' time, it raised 10 degrees. So it was really nice. It was actually, and then I don't want it much warmer than that, because once you start getting up and it gets close to like the 80 degree mark, then it's like bath. You might as well go in and take a shower, because there's no point in it at that point. There, so we got this mowed, we got it tedded, we fertilized the other cow pasture, which is good. As much as I never would have spread liquid fertilizer in there with the cows in there, I didn't want to roll it, even though a roller would have been free. So, anyways, this will be, once we get set up though with the equipment that we want, and we get set up with how we want to do things, it'll be great. So then all I got to do now, which I still have time, is go down and buy a windrower and start windrowing this up. Gotta let her close all the way up or I can't make it out the door. Perfect. That made short work of that field, didn't it? Tedding it. That was pretty good. I'll get all of my equipment situated around. Once we get set up, I'm going to put grass equipment with grass equipment and things like that. But for now, I'm just putting it away, really a willy-nilly like. Whew. All right, let's take our speed demon down. We'll buy us a windrower and we'll wrap it up. It'll be wrapped right up today. And then I'm going to off camera finish windrowing that. I'll just hit stop time at 6. I'll save it. And then I'll finish windrowing it. And I will come back and we'll set it up to bale it in the morning. Well, yeah, because we already got them a little bit of food. They're not going to, it won't last long. But, and then I'll start you guys off at, no, because I can't. I don't want to bail at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's not realistic. Yeah. I'll figure it out. It'll all be perfect when I'm done. Well, as perfect as we get. All right, so windrowers. Now, I could technically get that other windrower. I like... Oh, some of the Kubota stuff is nice, too. This is a 7-meter one. I'll give a 7-meter windrows. I think this gives us 9.7. And the Samaz gives us 8.4. Let's go... Well, I got a few minutes. See? Windrower. That's a windrower. It's the same one, and they made it a tedder. We could use that now as a windrower. But I'm a little bit jaded on it, if you know what I mean. All right, so as we head back, I will say my goodbyes. So please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share, and hit the little notification ding, ding bell so you get notified when Fury drops a video, because I am all over the place. There is no rhyme or reason anymore. There will be, but there isn't right now. Be sure to enjoy the night, day, the weekend whenever you're watching this. And please, 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 just make sure that you know, your thoughts and everything in there for Wisconsin farmer to make sure his wheat harvest goes well. Make sure he gets lots of yield for his animals, and he gets lots of straw, and he gets the things that he needs. Make sure your thoughts and prayers are out there for CC so that he's not so busy, and for Ranger and Farmer Z, because they're my friends, and I really look out for them. I know what it's like. I worked my whole life, so I know. Never ends. And on that note, I am going to end it right here. You guys, I'll catch you right back here tomorrow, and we will have a wonderful day.